Ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. I thank you for the messages that come through and ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. All right, guys, we are doing January predictions. And we've got 3 piles, as is the norm. I have been noticing, and I would like to express, before I continue on with anything else, that I'm a little bit different of a reader. I've noticed that a lot of other readers out there quickly go through things. They go in depth, they take a while, but they speak quickly on things. And I will have moments in my readings where you will not hear me talking, and that is me tuning in. That is me making sure I'm receiving the right thing, feeling the energy, making sure it's not me, it's that it's you or the guides, whatever it is. So I hope that you're able to just go with me. I hope that it is a pleasant, patient, relaxing way of reading. Oops. So anyway, that being said, let's get into it. So pile 1 is Dream, and you have this moss agate star. Pile 2 is Rebirth, and you have this Sodalite moon. So usually Sodalite is more like this, but I really love this side. I love the softness of it. And that felt right for today. And then pile 3 is Light, and you have the Celestine or Celestite heart. And then if you would like to pick with zodiacs, let's get into that. I'm going to go backwards this time. Start with pile 3. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, and Aries. Pile 2, we have Sagittarius, Cancer, Virgo, and Aquarius. And Pisces wanted to slip from my grip for pile 1. Oh, you guys, I'm missing a... What has happened? I am missing one. We gotta find you. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, Capricorn, you were stuck in the drawer somehow. There you are for pile 1, Libra, and Leo. Okay, guys, take your time. Pause if you need to. Timestamps are down in the description. See you there. Alrighty. Pile 1 with your moss agate star. Your zodiacs of Capricorn, Pisces, Leo, and Libra. And then you have the Dream card. The way we're going to do this time is I'm going to have some oracle cards that are kind of like a general reading for the month of December. And then we will have an oracle and a tarot for the 3 different categories. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'll go this way. We have Scarab Beetle Spirit, Walk the Flower Path. Okay, all right. Transition, and You Are Worthy. Wow. This is really special. This is really special. Okay, numerology, just in case you're into this, let's 36, 52, 36, and 8. So Scarab Beetle Spirit says magic works through you, and You Are Worthy says aim for what you want and believe in yourself. Walk the Flower Path card it's about remembering that you bloom the way you bloom, and that flowers do not compare themselves to other flowers, that they just bloom, they just live their life, they're beautiful as they are. Doesn't matter if you're a dandelion or a rose, there is purpose for both. So basically, to not compare yourself to others. And that is so much easier said than done. Oh my goodness. So much easier said than done. But I do feel that this month there is this transition is happening. And it says transition, but I'm feeling more transformation. There is a coming into your own, a learning that it doesn't truly matter what other people think, especially the greater populace, right? Oh, I just noticed on this card, it's like there's a body. I don't think that's supposed to be what that is, but this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, wow, I'm seeing a warrior. I'm seeing a warrior with two faces, two heads, and also dual wielding, like sword or something, some kind of weapon, dual wielding, two heads, female energy happening there. Anything else? Anything else you want to bring out for me, please? There's too much questioning is really what I'm feeling. And this is all a mental thing for you. It's your perspective. It's comparing, and you don't need to do that. It's not going to get you anywhere. So I'm sorry, I realize that you guys are not hearing this, but across the street there's yard work going on, and it's actually a bit distracting. It's a little bit loud. Okay, so let's go with that. So your oracle cards for the month of January are talking about this walking the flower path. In other words, don't compare yourself to others. You are worthy as you are. You have magic that works through you. You are some kind of warrior. There is something key with that. And I have a feeling this might come out more with, okay, I felt pain in my heart when I talked about this. So there is more to this. And I feel that the pain is because you're being seen. I feel like it's like someone's seeing that, and their source, God, universe is showing you, like, we see you. We see you. Okay. There's that. Let's get into your first category is friends and family. We'll go ahead and get into that. We've got the 8 of Cups and creativity. That's interesting. So spiders are 8-legged, and you have the 8 of Cups. That's interesting, huh? Okay. So for your friends and family category, for the month of January, we have the 8 of Cups, which is kind of being overstimulated. And it could mean, what I'm really getting a sense of is kind of a withdrawing, a taking time for your creativity. This is what rejuvenates you. This is what helps you to get your energy back, feel sustained. You might be like me. I have to be creative at least once a week. That's my minimum. If I am not creative, I start getting into like a depressive state. So it could be like that. It could be that the holidays were just a lot for you, and their family, family. Can I pronounce things? Family, friends, it's just, you know, the holidays, it can be a lot, especially if you have a large family or a loud family and you're a quiet person. Maybe your spouse or partner's family is so much different than yours, and so it was a lot for you. But they are encouraging you to go ahead and dive into your creativity. Go ahead and take your time for your emotional state, your well-being. Okay, and now my heart is hurting again. So to me, that is saying that some of you have a hard time doing that, giving yourself space, giving yourself the time you need. Or it might be that you can do it, but you feel judged for it. And that's a tough one, guys. That's where I feel like this walk the flower path is kind of coming back in. It's people judge and they cannot help it. We all do it in some form, even if it's just barely anything, even if it's just lightly, we do it. It's just humanity, right? So walking the flower path is you learning to not give a rat's patootie about what other people are thinking. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't let them compare you to other people. You have your own way. You have your own way. And you need what you need, and you know what's right for you, right? Deepest in your heart, you know what's right for you. If you can quiet everything down, which you need to take that time to do so, because emotional overload. It's not easy, but sometimes we just have to go, okay, you know what? They feel that way about me. Let's just let it go now. I can't help it. I can't change their minds. They have their own growth process they're going through, right? So, yep, that's that. All right, so that was friends and family. We are now getting into the business side of stuff. This is, oh, and you got 2 cards for this one. This is career, finances, education, stuff like that. If you're in school, whatnot. All right, we've got, oh, and I do not do reversals here. Wow. Holy moly. We've got the Emperor and the King of Swords in confidence. Well, okay. Go you? I mean, you know. All right. So the Emperor and the King of Swords together, this is really, to me, saying there's a lot of intelligence here. You guys, you're quite intelligent. Clear thinking. You have confidence in this. So for the financial / education / career choices and all that, I really just feel like this is more of a shout out to you and your decision making, that you do not, like, you can have confidence. You don't need to worry. Just focus on it, right? If you're an overthinker, which you might be, you can have confidence in the fact that you are going to think through each thing, right? You are going to truly know the situation in and out. And you make your decisions in a balanced way. That's the word, balanced way. You take in your heart, you take in your emotions, but also your brain and your intelligence. I'm being directed now to the bee. They are very hard workers. They have great work ethic. Is there anything more, please? I'm feeling a calming. That's what I'm registering right now, is I'm feeling a calming with this area. If there is a challenge, it's not as big as you think. It is easily worked through by just focusing on the task at hand. Yeah, that's it. It's this is calm. This is like, you've got it. You're fine. You're fine. All right, so we're gonna move on to love life. And of course, I have no idea if you're in a relationship or not, but let's see what they have to say. Two of Pentacles and learn the truth. Interesting. Huh. We've got an owl there. I just want to make sure you see the owl. Okay. I do not want this to come across as ominous. Learn the truth. It's it's not necessary. We don't need to look at it that way. I feel like somebody that's watching is really attached to that. There's an attachment to this. So I feel like you might have some trust issues, you know, stuff to work through with that. And the Two of Pentacles is about change and balance. And so something in your love life I think is requiring you, or asking, I shouldn't say require, asking you to take a deeper look. That's such an interesting, okay, so the visual that I have, or concept really, is this like coming out, like coming above the situation. So you're at a higher perspective, but at the same time, being at a higher perspective allows you a deeper look. So to really see the situation for what it is and not what we easily can misconstrue. Our perspectives can be a little askew because our own lens from our life, from living. So yeah, it's a bird's eye view, right? The owl, taking a bird's eye view and looking for balance. There doesn't have to be massive change. I want to bring you calm with this. There doesn't need to be some freaked out, you know, they're cheating on me. Don't focus so much on that. Change can happen in little ways. Balance can be restored in little ways. So I'm not saying that this is, again, learn the truth is not so much about trying to figure something out that's scary. It's about broadening your own perspective so that you can take a bird's eye view and see deeper, see more. I think it is best to make these about ourselves rather than other people, because we cannot change other people, right? All we can do is our own part. And so the change in the balance comes from our own actions, our own perspective change, deciding to show more love to someone. Okay, so yeah, I am being encouraged to share a little something here. I have a stepdad who is a grumpy old curmudgeon. I say that lovingly. I've been through enough with him that his grumpiness no longer is an issue for me. It used to be. Back in the day when it used to be, one day I was just kind of hanging out on the couch watching TV or something, and I look over at him and he looks over at me, and I just decide to randomly smile at him. Like, it wasn't just like a look over and then look away back at the TV. It just was like this meeting, and I smiled and he smiled back, and there was like a realness in that. My putting my energy out there, and I didn't realize at the time that this is what was happening, of giving love helped him to be able to respond with love. And I feel like that's what this is all about. Within your love life, for you to broaden, come up to a bird's eye view, and take some kind of action to bring balance. Okay. And now I'm connecting for some of you, it's not for everybody, for some of you, this double-headed person is now representing, like, you're already in a committed relationship and you're bringing the two together. You're bringing you guys back together. For some reason, there was like, you're kind of been going a little bit of separate ways. You're still together, but you're, you know, it happens. And I feel like this perspective change, or just noticing of how things are and taking action on it, is going to bring you guys back together. You're going to have a new level of depth to your relationship. Yeah. Yep. Anything else, please? Just in general for pile 1. Not so far hearing anything, so I guess that is it. Yep, okay, that's it. Everything is quiet, so. So much love to you guys. I hope that this was beneficial. I hope that you feel regularly cherished, heard, seen, understood, all those good things. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alrighty, pile 2 with your Sodalite moon. Isn't she beautiful? And if you chose with your zodiacs, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Virgo. Your card Rebirth. We have 4 oracle cards we're going to go with that will just do kind of like the general sense of the month. And then we will have the 3 categories. And those will be with an oracle card and a tarot card. Okay, I'm just feeling this way. You are bright energy. Own your power. Revisit. And White Raven Spirit. Okay, Pile 1. Very similar message to pile 1 so far, is just this whole no need to compare yourself. You're solid in yourself. There is some difference. It is a little bit of a different feeling, but I'm just saying all this in case you were interested in pile 1 as well. Okay, so getting into numerology, if you're interested, if you're into numbers, we've got 7, 16, 34, and 66 here. Your bright energy also says color uplifts you. And then the White Raven Spirit says trust in the magic. Okay, so I am getting a little bit of own your power and trust in the magic and revisit is kind of in the center here. And I'm feeling it's an ebb and flow. That is life. That is life. So where you are currently at is kind of the ebb part. The tide is not out, or the tide is out, not in. It's, you're not seeing your own power again. You're going through this stage in life where you're having a harder time trusting in the magic. You're having a hard time believing in yourself. And you need to revisit. You've been there. You know how this feels. So they're saying to get back to that. Get back to that bright energy that you are, that you have, that you impact other people with. Okay. And I just saw, of course, that your home is in the clouds. Believing in the magic, believing in the mystery. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of coffee there. The Rebirth card is coming up now, kind of with this whole revisit thing. Like the Phoenix is now happening. You have this constant like up and down thing with believing in yourself. And it's not necessarily, it doesn't mean that it comes out as if you lack confidence or suddenly you're nothing, whereas once before you were. It's not huge like that. It's kind of really subtle. In you, it's, how do I say this? It's subtle but impactful, hugely impactful. So you keep trying to be someone that walks on the ground, but your home is in the sky. Okay, that felt powerful. You keep trying to be of the world. You keep trying to make sense with physics. See what I'm saying? See what I'm getting at? Your soul, whoever you are, works better believing in magic, works better being a bright energy of mystery and whimsy and the beauty that is in that. You shine so much more when you live in the clouds. So you keep going through this rebirth. You keep going through this, revisiting this whole, like, I'm going to be back on Earth. I'm going to be back on Earth. And then you go, oh, and then I'm almost there. And then, oh, I believe in magic again. I'm going to go back to Earth. I don't know if you'll ever stick in the sky. Maybe you're not supposed to, and that's okay. That's okay. But you do, this is something you go through. And currently they're reminding you to come back to your own power, to trust in the magic, to be in the sky, to see the beauty in the chaos, to be brilliant. Okay. let's go ahead and get into the 3 categories. So this first one is friends and family. And we have 4 of Wands. Okay. And cast away negativity. Okay. Alrighty. So with the 4 of Wands, you know, I've heard a lot of people talk about this card as like twin flame energy. And yeah, if it's in a love reading, sure, I totally get that. But this is a different kind of love reading. This is not a romantic partner, but friends and family. And so really, it's talking about completion in some kind of cycle. Easy example is graduating high school and moving on, right? So maybe you go away to college and so you're no longer with your family or your friends. You have to make new friends, that kind of a situation. There is something about seeing it in a different light. Whatever this completion is within your friends and family, it could be that the completion happens because you've cast away negativity, or it could be that they're encouraging you this month to cast away negativity. Now, a quick reminder, that doesn't mean to push away feelings. That means you have your feelings, you experience them, the word for some reason is just completely gone. Acknowledge. You acknowledge them, you make space for them, but to have them, if you stay in that and you're like obsessed with it and over again, you're thinking on it, and then you start like having more of a kind of a gossipy type thing, even if it's just in your head, right? Like you're just speaking negatively about other people or other things. That is not going to benefit you guys. It's the energy drags you down. It's not going to help you. So there's a lot of healing in this also. The snakes represent healing and also change because it can shed its skin, right? So this completion, friends and family, talks about changing. There's a lot of change here. There's a turning of a cycle. And either you have cast away negativity, which completed the cycle, or they're saying to cast away negativity in regards to this, something that has changed, the cycle that has ended, and a new thing begins. I do. This is coming up again, so I want to mention it, that sometimes our perspectives change on our families, on our friends. As we go through different situations, we can look back and go, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm the one that had the perspective that was slightly off. It's easy to do. It's just life. We learn. But me saying this to you hopefully is opening a window for you to be able to take a higher perspective and to look at their part and your own part in it. You know, how is it you're affecting them, not just how are they affecting you? Again, though, lots of healing in this. The whole snake thing and also completion. It's a positive. I know it feels like I might be like kind of reprimanding a little bit. I'm not. This is just life. I've been through it myself. But this is good stuff. This is a positive. Okay, anything else, please? Yeah, we've even got the change in the leaves. Like, look at the leaf, it's the fall coloring and they're falling. So there is change happening within friends and family. Okay. Anything else, please, on this? Oh, I didn't even, okay, yeah, thank you. So this snake, now I don't know if it was supposed to be like this or not, but this snake, can you see the camera? My phone. um, is holding the rose in their mouth, and it's pointing towards this direction of this completion card. And so I feel like you are being encouraged to offer love. Offer love. It may not even be, okay, now there's a different, yeah, it may not even be that you're the one that's got the negativity happening. It could be that they are. And that by you overcoming that negativity and offering love and continuing to do so shows them a different way. Yeah. Oof, that felt good. That felt good. Okay. All right, moving on to the what I call business category. It's like career, finances, education, whatever it is that your situation is. Oh, the Emperor, which also came out in pile 1 in the same category, and resilience. And we have a fox here. We have a ram there. Asking for clarity, please. Okay, I'm really just getting a hold tight this month. It doesn't mean it's going to be difficult. That's not what's being said. It's just a be patient and wait. Don't make big choices. The energy is kind of, it's, sorry guys, my insulin pump just went off. So I feel like the energy is moving, but it's slow and it's a little bit muddy. It's a little bit, it's just clogged. Clogged is the word that wants to come out. You, this Emperor, want adventure and within this category, and they're saying to be patient. So I don't know if you've got like some kind of upcoming project or business plan or something you're wanting to put money into, looking at different colleges or changing careers, whatever it is, like you're desiring adventure, which could be change, which could be moving on to something different. But they're saying, and I know resilience means something else, guys. I'm not, I know that, but it's coming up as this, just wait, just sit and wait and let the month go by. You don't need to do it right now. It could even be like a recovery time for you. You know, we just had December. If you celebrate Christmas or you give a lot of gifts or whatever, financially, we could be needing to like restock, you know? So again, that's just kind of a sitting and waiting it out, not putting your money towards big things. Is that it? Okay, that's it. All right. So next one is Love Life, and you have 2 cards. And again, I don't know if you're single or have a partner or whatever, so we'll see how this goes. We have, interesting. Okay. 8 of Cups also came out in the last reading, and then pile 1. The Empress and 8 of Cups. And balanced emotions. Huh. Okay. So within your love life, whatever your situation is, the Eight of Cups talks about being overly stimulated. Too much emotion is going on and you're needing to distance. You are needing to get time to yourself. You are needing balance. You are needing to put in boundaries of some kind. And I mean, the Empress connected to this whole like divine feminine, and then this balanced emotions. So the whole thing is all about you finding balance, emotionally speaking, within your love life. So if you are not with someone and you are desiring to be, there is something that needs to be looked at within that desire. Some kind of balance needs to happen. So they are encouraging you to take a bigger perspective and take a look at it and see where, you know, maybe you're thinking on it a bit too much. You know, it could be that it's like what you're living for, this is all you want, and it's all you're focusing on. And we need to step back, you know, we need to step back and look more at maybe some other areas of life as well. If you are in a relationship, it seems you've had some turmoil, and I feel the need to remind you that doesn't mean it's bad. It does not mean you're in a bad relationship to have turmoil. Turmoil happens with your siblings, with your parents, with people at work. It's just humans being next to humans. It's river rocks bouncing off each other and smoothing each other out, right? Good thing I had these here. So take your time. Take your time. Obviously, with all of these three things coming up, you have, your emotions are strong in you. And therefore, and they're not in everybody. And you know what, guys? A little soapbox moment here. I don't know. You know, they say some people just experience them deeper. I'm wondering if it's like those people are more open and some of us are more shut down, and that's why, or is it truly like a capacity thing, like chemistry in our bodies? Like, I don't know. Anyway, emotions are strong for you, and you need to take your time for yourself. You need to, I'm even going to encourage, you need to balance before you have talks with your significant other. You need to process, and it's okay. It is more than okay to be like, you know what? This is a lot of information. This has been a lot. I need to process for a few days. Let's get back and talk about it later. That is more than okay to do. And the person, if they're understanding and they love you, they will be like, okay, that's fine. We will, as long as we do figure it out, it's fine. So you do need to come back to it, but take your time. Take your self-time, your self-care, your boundaries, your getting balanced, grounding. Yeah. Okay, so I was just reminded this whole part about up here about you kind of going through this in and out thing of wanting to be more earthly and like be within this physical realm that we're in, but also being in the clouds. And I feel like this emotional side of you does better, again, when you're in the clouds, when you believe in magic, when you know your own power. And if you are not balanced emotionally, I think it's because you're trying to not be home. You're trying to make your home be on the ground, and it doesn't fit you. It doesn't work for your soul. And that's okay, guys. This is a lot of our life is unlearning what we learned as kids, right? And it doesn't mean our parents are bad. They're only doing what they think is best for us most of the time. Most of the time. Some people are not good people, but we spend a lot of our lives unlearning things. And so stop trying to be on the ground. You deserve to be in the sky. You deserve to be flying high. I'm going to write a poem for you now. I mean, even your rebirth card is a flyer. Yep. Okay, guys, I do feel that that's it. It's come to a close. I really hope that this has been beneficial. Then I can't talk. My worlds are not working. Like that one? Okay. I hope this has been beneficial for you. I truly have love for you guys. I hope that you feel seen and heard and loved. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alrighty, pile 3 with your Celestine heart. Just a little shout out about this heart, that it's represents communicating with the divine, which I think is also interesting because it's the light card. If you chose with your zodiac, we have Scorpio, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. Whoop, whoop. And there's your light card. And what we are doing is we're going to have several oracle cards that cover just the general of the month. And then we will have an oracle and tarot for each of the 3 categories. With this one first, we have Court, the Divine Feminine. Hello, talking to the divine. Court, the Divine Feminine. Compassion. Shine love on fear. This is really interesting. And Sandpiper, Spirit, be playful. Okay, if you are into numbers, we have 26, 35, 18, and 51. Shine love on fear says love will light up the darkness. And again, you have light here. I am really getting a sense of self-care with this. The compassion and the shining love on fear is like, yeah, and bringing in the divine feminine is bringing in this compassion and shining love on fear and for yourself, because you are in need of it. Whenever you have a fear come up, and it can be really simple. It doesn't have to be like, you know, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about if you watch readings, but it's not like I'm afraid of drowning in the ocean. It's, I'm afraid this person's gonna leave me, right? Have compassion on yourself. Why do you have that fear? Hug yourself, you know, give love to yourself. Go through the fear until the fear is almost non-existent, right? The more that we open up and really take a look at things, the less power they have. Which is so interesting. Because, sorry guys, my insulin pump. Because it's here, you want to see it? I'm having a high blood sugar now, slightly high because I had a low and I overate a bit. Anyway, it's like our belief and focus on something gives it more power. But when it comes to fear, focusing on it in a way of giving it space, finding out why you have it, shining love on it makes it have less power, right? Understanding. So I do have a feeling that this can be difficult for some of you, to give yourself compassion. And so court the divine feminine, I really feel is like they're actually suggesting that you say, hey, please help me. Like, get in touch with that energy. Go to them and allow them to embrace you and hold you. Oh, I get to share. Oh, I love this story too. Okay, so I was raised Christian, and for so long, God to me was just this like man, right? The male being. And I started to think a little differently and got a little bombarded with like female energy, female energy. And so I prayed and I was desperate, you guys. Please let me feel the female side of you. Let me feel the female side of you. And I'm telling you, I suddenly felt, and I'm getting chills just talking about it now. I felt like some woman just rushed to the side of me, threw her hands around me and said, and I heard very clearly, I have been waiting for you. And it makes me want to cry because it's so beautiful. It was so endearing and filled with compassion and love and that embrace, and just, it was beautiful. So go to that. Go to that divine feminine energy, however you view it. If it's a specific goddess, if it's the female side of God, you know, whatever works for you, go to that and let it help you have compassion for yourself. Help you, oof. Oh, that just hit deep, you guys. Wow. Okay. All right. You know what it is. Whatever you have the hardest time with, whatever you are your worst critic about, you need to go to them about. Let's work on it together. I will do this with you. I will do this with you. Even though I have all these health issues, for some reason, I never had weight issues with my body until the last few years of my life, like the last 5 or 6 years. And so it has been a thing. I look at myself and I think, oh, I'm gross looking. I'm gross looking. I'm nasty. And these are harsh words, you guys. This is so harsh. And I would be angry at a friend if they talked to themselves that way. And yet, I don't call myself out on it, do I? I mean, I try. As much as I've been going through this and I'm really trying to fully accept myself, I haven't yet. And so I will do this with you. I will court the divine feminine and ask for help for having compassion on myself. And then we get to the playful card. I do feel like this is a fully separate little message there. And that is, like, with all of this happening, some of this is really deep. And you need this break. You need this, like, time to be playful. Time to put the deep stuff aside. You know, we can't do it all the time. We can't always be playful. We can't always be deep. We can't always work. We can't, you know, all of that. So, moderation. But make sure that this month you are bringing in something that's exciting for you. That it could be so simple, like your favorite show on TV, or crocheting something, or I don't know, painting, or walking in a new part of town. I don't know, something that brings you joy. Remember that part. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your... I'm telling, my brain just left, guys. It happens. It happens. Is my disability showing? Gee, I think it is. Anyway, your categories here. So the first one is friends and family. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. And just inch these up a bit. And safe travel. Okay. Just make sure you can see this card. We've got this like eagle or swan or duck or something at the top, and these ocean waves with mountains in the background. So you get a good view of that. Okay, so this is really interesting because it's for friends and family category, but Page of Pentacles is more business oriented. It's more about wealth and new projects. Seven of Pentacles is about the fear of failure, and then we have safe travel. And again, general reading, so this is like, it could go several directions, but what I want to say right now anyway is that it seems as if something with your friends or family, like you might be starting a business or something with your friends and family, and you are afraid about it, possibly because it's with friends or family. Or maybe you're like putting too much of yourself in it. You're afraid of something. And then you've got the safe travel card, which is like, it's okay. You're okay. Even with these rocky, like crazy waves and stuff, it's saying safe travel. Go ahead. Go ahead. And then I'm also reminded of this Shine Love on Fear card. I really do suggest, guys, that you have this conversation with whoever this is with. Put all your doubts out there. Put all your fears out there. Warn them first. Like say, hey, I need to like get some stuff off my chest because I'm scared. I'm still committed, but I need to like get this out of me, right? Talk about it, because that is the kind yeah, my heart's getting a little hoo-ah. This is the kind of situation where you're committing to something business oriented with friends and family that is safe, but you have fear about. So you need to be able to talk with these people, person, however it goes, whatever your situation is. You need to be able to have that kind of like ultimate trust in each other. I would suggest, again, I like hashing it out, but also framing it, reminding them you're committed, and that you just need to get things out of you, and that you want to have this solid of a relationship with them. It's really interesting to me that this popped up in friends and family. I do wonder what your situation is, because, you know, this is such a business-oriented card. Is there anything else, please, for this category? Okay. I don't know what this means to you, but what wants to come out of me is, where you see failure, I see abundance. There are two ways to look at the unknown, to look at uncertainty. And if we look one way which a lot of people say like the ego way, it creates fear. If we look at it the soul way, through our heart, it creates possibility. I did paraphrase there, but I heard that somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, but yeah, just hash it out with these people. Hash it out. Know that you're okay, but this is good practice. Good practice to get these fears spoken out, and it removes the energy from the situation that is heavy energy. Okay, all right, we're moving on now to business. With this one, it can be like career, finances, education. I don't really want to leave anyone out because, you know, it's not just work related. So it's whatever you consider the business side of your life. We have got the 5 of Wands and balanced emotions. God, you guys, I almost wonder if these are supposed to be switched. If that's the case, then I did things a little wonky and I didn't hear correctly. But anyway, let's see here. Okay, so I do kind of feel I almost feel like it's one whole thing. So 5 of Wands is like frustration or conflict, and they are asking for balanced emotions. They are saying, and it's like, it's almost a reiteration of this. It's like you need to, there's something going on you're not happy camper about. And you need to find a way of balancing out the situation, your emotions, which, I mean, up here, you know, you want to bring all this into it. You can ask the divine feminine for help, being compassionate and shining love on fear, opening up the fears, talking everything out, and then do something playful that brings you guys back into like, because you got to lighten it up. You've got to like, okay, you have the hard moments, you've gotten it all out, but hell, let's go play laser tag now. Let's go golfing. Let's watch a movie together, whatever it is, to like lighten it. Yeah, that's, I'm getting a reminder, like my heart's, I feel burdened now. I feel what you're feeling, I think. Just know that you're okay. Safe travel. This is here for a reason. You're okay. It's just a matter of getting through this stuff. Anything else? No, we're moving on again. This is just a reiteration. It's all clumped in together. So something with friends and family and business, something with frustration. There's a lot of fear going on. It's okay. You're going to work it out. Focus on working it out. Bring in compassion and love. All right, so now we've got the love category, which I will try and cover, like if you're in a relationship or not. And we've got the Hierophant. Is this Hierophant or Hierophant or Aerophant? Anyway, Hierophant is what I say. Full Moon. Interesting, because this is a bonus card. So that's very cool. And Grounding. Really interesting that you've got water type stuff in all of these cards. You know, you've got the waves here, you've got a jellyfish, and you've got an anchor here. So lots to do with emotion, including the moon here. Lots to do with emotion. So as far as the full moon being a bonus card, to me denotes that this is precious. This is a precious thing for you guys. The Hierophant is learning, teaching, that kind of thing. But it also comes right before the Lover's card. And so that all together kind of makes me feel like you are either in the beginning of a relationship, it's new, or right before you're about to be in a relationship. Full moon does talk about abundance. Also giving a lot. But then we have this grounding card. I do need some clarity, please. We're going to draw another card. Okay. All right. We have the Six of Wands. A woman of virtue. Okay, so we have teaching, learning, right before the Lovers, full moon with abundance and giving. And then we have success with this woman of virtue, victory, and grounding. Okay, so there's two ways that I'm feeling this. One is the grounding feels needed to kind of bring you back to earth a little bit. You might be the type that gets easily lost in the romance. And that's okay. You know, it's okay. That's fun. That's part of the fun in life. But you do need to be grounded at the same time to make good decisions, right? To be able to focus, to be able to work instead of just daydreaming kind of thing. So one is that they're encouraging you to do grounding because you are getting very like you're excited about this. It's good stuff. It's amazing. You're in it, but you're like too focused on it. The other way is it's just an encouragement of something to do, maybe even together in a relationship. Do some meditation and grounding work, maybe going out in nature and touching the grass and leaves. And it's more of just this like soft, hey, here's something to do. For those of you that are not in a relationship, I do believe that it is an amazing relationship is coming. I actually want to say next, and something about January starts you on that path towards it, if not it happening in January. Please, this, you know, I don't like future telling. Just because if it comes to dates and that kind of thing, there's so much in life that changes, the energies move. Other people in our life can make decision that changes things. We make decision that changes things. So this is just saying that this is a possibility for January. Take it that way. Take it as a possibility. Right? Shine love on that. Remember, I was talking about earlier with one perspective is that we see it with fear, and the other is that we see it with love. And with love, we see a possibility. Okay. I'm feeling like that's it. So, guys, I really hope that this has been a blessing for you. I hope you feel seen and heard and loved and cherished and all the amazing things. And oh, I'm interrupted. I'm interrupted. I'm supposed to point out the 2 lotus flowers. Are there any others? Sorry for my insulin pump. Yeah, 2 lotus flowers. I don't know why I'm pointing this out to you guys. Maybe you just needed that. Maybe that was like a shout out because it's like a symbol for you, something that, you know, sign. Anyway, all right. Much love, guys. I'll see you guys next time.